Hey guys, can everyone hear me? Am I audible? This is the best way to start the stream, man. Looking at some Elysium. Oh, we are good. What do you mean, what is this BGM, man? This is the only BGM you should be playing during this time. Alright, let's go, guys. Let's be at 69 for now. Let's go cleanse our luck for a bit. Well, shit. Am I putting on the wrong banner or something? All I'm getting is homes. Screw it, let's go back. That was late. Oh, there's 12 cards here. Ah, crap, I don't have enough prepared for this. Never mind. Balancing things out. Or is it? Am I a bit low? Let me sit a bit closer and see if it helps. Man, this took so many. Is it better now? Oh man, my mic is a bit far away, I guess. Okay. I think I'm a bit closer now. Should be fine, right? Let me just dial up the mic a little bit on my end. Let me just go to ops and turn myself up a little bit more. Okay. Right, let's continue. Where are we at now? I completely lost track of this.
我会把这个不完美的故事变成我们期望的
can't
样
even
子。
go to S's yet. Okay, never mind. Let's continue. I don't know, man. This is not going well at all. Come on, you can do that. Okay, not bad. It's pretty average. Okay, this came really good. That's good. Oh, the gear itself. Man, this is going so high. Let's go one more before it comes. Okay, let's pause here for a bit and see where are we at. I think we're almost there.
温度上升，温度上升，温度上升。
Really? Man, am I really that soft? Come on, OBS. OBS. Let me just dial myself back up to... Yep, is it better? I pretty much stopped. Yeah, I should be fine now. I think I'm facing the other side.
温度上升，温度上升，
Right. Good
温
to
度
know
上
then.
升。
Where are we at? SS2, right? So that leaves like what? Oh, 2 cards basically. Yeah, I'm not liking my odds for my weapons as well. Let's do the alphas. Okay, got one. I think it's fine though. I mean, for Genshin, you literally have to wait for the whole animation to complete before you can skip it. At home, you can just, spam click and it just pass by. I wouldn't use VR at all, to be honest. Might as well just use HOT at that point. Oh man. Come on. Why Elf Ben is always so painful? Holy crap, that is almost maxed out.
哦，小鬼，要带西林出门吗？快看，西林又变强了。
Yeah, I'm gonna need one whole card. Let me just go and grab my free pulls first. I think that's the rest. Yeah, I think that's all the free pulls we can get. Pavati, I think that's the only one this is good for. Where are we at? Let's continue. 2 cards, right? Come on, you can do this. Just 2 cards. That's better. Yeah, let's take a look at how many exactly do we need.
温度上升了。
Oh yeah, I need a full card. Yeah, there's no way two ways around it. It has to be a full card. Perfect. My goodness, this timing is perfect. And we're done. That's all she wrote. Not doing so well on the gear side though. I think all we have is just 1 stick and that. We don't have even a single stick. Well, shit. Let's go then. Okay, we got B. We got M. Alright, we just need T now, come on. You can do this. Oh crap. I believe in you. Alright, only T left, right? I don't think I missed anything else. Let's... yeah, we're missing T. Just T left. Oops, I almost pulled the expansion again. Where are we? Okay, cool. Come on. What is this, Avo? Come on, give me Avo M-Man at least. Come on. Come on, T! T! Oh god damn it. Oh my god, oh my god! Yes! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we have plenty left. Let's finish this. We're not done yet, but you know, everything's good today. Dude, at this point, do I even still need to finish the Elf Gacha? How many more do I need? I think that's a 350. You know, we're not making it. Okay, never mind. Come on. Syrian, come on. Why are you making me pull so much for you? Man, am I gonna hit guarantee again? You can't be serious, man.
要带心灵出门吗？
Oh man, yeah, this is bad. Man, this is gonna be so much excess. What a waste. Man, if a little bit more, I could just get it from the shop. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, and we're done.
One sealed. Weapon upgrade.
Thanks, Elysium. What was it again? It was 360 for triple S, right? And then 50 for gear, and then 210 for elf.
Weapon upgrade. Weapon upgrade.
Oh, it was 70 for gear? Oh, thanks. Thanks for keeping tabs. No, this is definitely not average. This is above average for everything except elf. Where is the weapon? Ah, there we go. Oops. What do you mean the English VA? Flame, come on.
Weapon upgrade.
I mean, these weapons are practically useless at this point. I think a lot of them came from when trying to pull for Avo and Jenny.
Weapon upgrade.
Nah, I'm kinda sick from work today, so I'm gonna go sleep soon. Oh shit. Well, that was embarrassing. What do you mean the Chinese? Yeah, I use my client is in Chinese, as well as the voiceover. Kinda used to it at this point. Where were we?
Weapon upgrade.
Oh, somebody has already calculated. I think Celestine did the tally on this one, so numbers are actually okay. I could just step it out right. So it was 360 for SSS. It was then 70 for full set. And 210 for L. I have no idea. I haven't topped up V-chips for a long time. A lot of this is from just playing normally, and then the beta crystals, things like that. Thanks for the calculation. How long have I played this game for? I can show you. Where is it then? I already forgot. Is this one? Yeah, 1,364 days. Sorry guys, I'm not playing anymore tonight. I gotta sleep soon. Feeling kind of sick from work today. I think this duration is a bit more important. Top up log. Actually, are you guys aware that we have this top up block here on my profile. So usually when people come and comment, I just delete it afterwards. But yeah, I keep track of every single thing all the way back to 2018. So what my last update was in March, I guess. So this was SSS, HOS, and then what is it today? Oh, 2.35. That's it. Wait. We have VK in the shop, right? I think I saw. Yeah, she's here. Cool. Okay, now I can finally finish this. We need. Where is my VK? Man, she is so ancient at this point. 118. So I need. Crap. What a waste. So I need 44 of these. There we go. Another SSS tonight. What was I gonna do? What I do for a living? I will just say I work in financial technology. I was an engineer, so that should be enough for you to know. Oh, right, the outfit, thanks for reminding me. Man, how could I forget this? Oops. Are you kidding me right now? No, I'm not getting the costume. I think the default one looks a lot better. Yeah, I am Chinese though. No, I'm not gonna answer how much I make a month. I'll just get a bundle and get a costume after. I think someone was asking if I got Himeko tea only. Should I make for the sake of 2 piece? Yeah, Adam. Yeah, I think you could go ahead with it eventually, because for the Himeko set, you would want the B piece and the 2 set as core. So I think for the time being, you can just do the Lewin Hawk MB for the time being. Territory core. No. This is C server. This is C server. I just like my game on. In Chinese. I mean, I don't have to deal with the translation errors, right? If you play this language, so. Thanks, man. My favorite VOC. Oh, really? You can buy a ticket with BP? Where is it? Oh, you can buy it with B-chip, is it? Yeah. I'm just thinking, if I'm gonna buy it with B-chip anyway, right? Might as well just buy one of these bundles that comes with like 20 of it or something. I mean, you know, makes more sense that way. If I just need 20 of it, you know? Just gonna get one of these. And we're done. Look. You already know who's on my bridge, right? You don't have to question who's the best girl and who's my favorite VOC. It's fine, I already got the costume, so there's nothing left to buy.
又到了该讲睡前故事的时间了。如果希尔
Let's put our new.
那些带领我
Haha, very funny. Yeah, I'm waiting for the costume as well. It's gonna take a while before you get it though, since it's actually quite content gated. So What was it? Oh, as in which battlesuit for Seal?
舰长，你找到希尔了？
Obviously it's this one. Batman but brighter. No, I'm not pulling the costume on SSHGZO. I mean, if sorry, I'm not playing today. I'm kind of tired from work, so I'm gonna go turn in quite early. The SSS bosses, right? So personally, I think yeah, it's done already. We've already finished pulling. If you turn in late, so you can just watch the archive from the start. No, I'm not pulling the costume. I find the default one a lot better, at least for my taste. Let me just... wait, I kind of forgot to upgrade. Well,
这团火焰
just
就是人之为人的证明，永远燃烧的心眼。
Alright, what was I saying? Thank you. No, I'm not pulling for the costume. For the SSS boss, right? If you think about it, it's kind of like playing Abyss in Memorial, except based on Memorial time mechanics and stuff like that. And I haven't gone into v3 beta yet, but I'm not sure if they fixed the time fracture, time dilation. But at the very least, I think the SSS bosses is quite a necessity at this point. I think nobody really likes to watch boss fights that finishes in literally like, what, 10 seconds at most. And even though it takes us players like hours and hours to get them, but you know, when as a person watching it, you don't really see the effort, the techniques and things like that that goes behind every single run. So you know, when fights are longer, people tend to appreciate it a bit more. It's a bit more fun as well. No, I don't do live on my gameplays. Rather, it's mainly because I don't really have a fixed schedule. I only play when I feel like playing. So what do you think about them? I mean, they're all very good players. We've talked to each other often, so I think they're respectable people. They do a lot with their gameplay. They do what they can. They share their knowledge. So, you know, these are the people you want around playing the game, and not some people who just go on Reddit and talk a lot of shit, you know. As in, depends on what they look for, right? For us players, in terms of what we look for when we bout for crits, do for scores. It's a form of enjoyment. I don't know how to explain this, but some people enjoy doing speedruns, speed clears, and things like that. So it is something that people enjoy doing. At some point, even if you complain, you hate the crits, you hate the mechanics, or some bosses just behave weirdly, you know, it's all in good fun. I mean, if it's no longer fun, then no way I'm still playing this game, right? So. There's a lot of things that goes on in Honk that, you know, people don't really see, because it's a speedrun game, right? Everything is optimized towards a very specific moveset, and all these details, as viewers, you don't know with. I mean, there are people like Alto who put these details into their comment section, but at some point I just realized that even if I put it, not really a lot of people would be interested in learning all of this stuff. So, you know, I just play, I record, and I put it up on YouTube, and that's pretty much it. Thanks, S-Boy. How long have I been top 1 in Memorial? I think, historically speaking, I have been top 1 for the longest period of time in the entire lifetime of the C server. So, yeah, I don't really know how long already it has been. I mean, people come and go, some they stay, some they don't stay, you know. It's hard to say. I think I've missed someone's question. Yeah, so somebody decided to join Exalted, what should I do to survive there? I mean, honestly, to me, even for an account on China, in Chinese server, I join Exalted as soon as possible. The longer you stay below Exalted, the more time you're wasting not getting the materials you need. I mean, there's really no point, right? You just bottleneck yourself on content is outdated, so what's the point? So to survive, right, I think most importantly you should focus on the supports. So always in this game, the Herrschers always take priority, obviously, the newest and greatest. Then focus on the supports. If your supports are up to speed, supports are always universal, and in this game, supports always carry more than, you know, any other DPS can provide you. I mean, just take for example, if you're HOS, she can be the DPS, she can be the support, practically everything. So longevity wise, surviving wise, you should go for support first. Build your support out, get them strong, and then your DPS can slowly farm the bounty stakes over time. And yeah, go from there. Here's the thing about communities, right? If your community gets too big, the minority that tends to be quite small and forgotten, that are usually quite negative and talks a lot of crap, that portion of people becomes a lot bigger. So even though the player base is not as big as you might want it to be, sometimes having a smaller player base helps you keep things a bit more, you know, peaceful. Yeah, peaceful is the word. No, who is my favorite VOD? I think at this point, right, I'm just gonna switch to displaying my favorite VOD instead of displaying HOF at this point. So I'm gonna say one last time, it's gonna be Stygian Nymph. Kinda like how they are sorted at the very beginning though, for the Gena battle suits. So I kind of show up like this. What is it? Goemon is so far below Zhenyi in terms of utility and DPS that if you can afford to run Zhenyi, you should not make Goemon at all. Unless your Zhenyi goes in support, then you would want a spare Goemon set for DPS. But otherwise, if your support is fine, then if you can afford to have Zhenyi as DPS, you shouldn't make Goemon at all anymore. It's already obsolete set. What is my opinion on F2P? So, honestly, right, you need two things. A game needs a player base, and a game needs sustainable income, right? It's only when, I mean, F2P is fine as they are. They can enjoy the game the way they want it. It's when they start becoming a bunch of entitled people where they are not willing to support the game in any way, but then they demand things that are reasonable to be delivered. So that is when F2P becomes a problem. But otherwise, I think having an important player base, as a big player base, even with F2P, with a balance of whales, is important for the game to keep going. But honestly, I'm not sure if you're aware, this game may not be so big outside China, but in China, it is still has a very healthy player base, even after, like, you know, what is this, the 5th year now? So it's not exactly, I mean, if you follow the Chinese community, what they upload and things like that, yeah, just we are not exactly worried that they're gonna die anytime soon. No, my AE is SS0 only. I didn't really find a need for her to be SSS, so I just left it as SS0. There was one question earlier about how many bosses Elysium will cover. Let's be real here, right? Most people will not be pulling for her, since she is free and farmable, and it would be at least like 3 months, I guess, before she goes up to SS for most people, and then you would also need her bow as well. So I think for the time being, focus on getting your FT decently geared while you're farming Elysium. But from the get-go, you should expect a ranged tank weather, and I think there's one more weather as well. I kind of forgot. I uploaded the v2 beta. You can go take a look at it if you want to know more. Those should be the on-release bosses for Elysium. Which one is important? Bulk essential weapon, restrict full support equipment. I think given how the releases have been recently, right? I mean, weapons have become more and more specialized. They have effects that are specific to certain bulks only. So I would say that for DPS, you really want to try to get the weapon first, above all else. Then once you have the weapon, you can use the free sticks that are capable from, you know, bounty. I mean, we have the NR set, right? It's a very good set for IS DPS in general. So at the very least, you can make do with those, or you build up your support like Turgenev. Turgenev is these days getting really, really important because Sakura Pre is a free weapon and a very good support weapon as well. So they go hand in hand very well together. So support years will last a very, very long time while you're playing this game. I mean, just think about it. JST has been out for like how many years? 2-3 years? And it's still in use until today. It doesn't actually completely replace, it doesn't get completely replaced by Turgenev yet. Whoops. What is my opinion on the Miho employees getting attacked and how it was handled? Let's see. Which one was this about? Was it during the time about the Barnacle incident? Or yeah, what was it about? Is this about the supposed knifing incident or something? So which one are you talking about? Thoughts on G4 sticks? Don't make them if you need your direct sticks. Like direct might see a more widespread use compared to the G4 sticks, Elysium sticks, but they are pretty good for since they are free. Although it might take a very long time to farm if you are starting fresh with a fresh set of direct. So I think if you want a temporary solution, just go with something like Columbus or Kafka. I mean, Kafka may be painful because of the restrictions, but yeah, those can work for the time being. The bunny video incident, I think, yeah, people are just kind of, you know, overreacting, and I think it was completely unnecessary. I mean, of course, a lot of this, you know, drama was fanned by people who don't even play the game. I think that a lot of the times, MiHoYo being MiHoYo, they don't exactly talk a lot. They just let people fire shots at them and you just take it as is. So, you know, they become a very easy target for people to attack. And the way they handled it was also not that good, given how people assume that the China server get preferential treatment. So, yeah, could have been better, but I think it was completely overblown and unnecessary. It was, I think it's very illogical, right? Like, think of it this way. It is mainly a problem with tunnel vision. So they only see the part where global servers get something tailored to them. For instance, the bunny girl MV. So they don't really see the points where they get something that other people don't. So ultimately, given how they perceive things, they just blow it out of proportion. Then it brought in more and more people that are not even players from this game to start cheating on, you know, the game itself. And given how long it took me here to respond to this, and it really went out of control. But yeah, honestly, this is not enough to kill MiHoYo anyway. So there's a saying in our community that, in our community that there is no one better at killing MiHoYo than MiHoYo themselves. So usually they are the ones shooting themselves in the foot, then people bringing them down entirely. Is there any core essence to do proper rotations in MA? Look, people have spent years and years perfecting how the perfect execution is to be done for any Valk, almost any combination. So learn from them, watch videos, try it yourself, understand why this person did this at this point in time, and compare what time, what happens, and if your damage number is different, check what the buffs are missing, and things like that. So these are kind of homework that you have to do yourself that most of the time people don't explain to you. So, yeah, really, just don't assume that you know everything. Look up the references, understand what they're trying to do. Every single small detail is there for a reason. People just don't do it just to kill the boss. Everything is optimized to save time here and there. Dude, stop looking at my desktop, guys. Which Leeuwenhoek piece is the most important? Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. You would ideally want to get TB at the same time, so you get a free one from this event, right? Get either T or B and work on the other one. So once you have TB, it can be pretty universal for all firebolts for the time being. I don't have any crystals to pull for HOF, or should I farm a roll for Honkai 5.0? I would say do not skip Herrscher's. That is practically the rule of thumb for this game. I mean, they are releases that are meant to be the best at what they can do. So, you know, don't skip them. I mean, try what you can do to get them. I mean, they're not that often, right? Usually it's once a year, and then only this year we got 2 of them. That one it was a support, which is also very important to get. So yeah, don't skip them. Try to get them over time. Yeah, the drama was pretty stupid. I mean, most dramas are stupid anyway, otherwise why would they be called drama in the first place, right? So fixes. Yeah. Honestly, if you are a 2% player or somebody who isn't really doing Nirvana and just be happy with Lotus, affixes are pretty much, you know, just enough. They introduced the affix kits, right, that you can get 15 to 20 attack per line. So honestly, you can just, you know, stick with that for the most part. It only becomes very important when you need to do things like SP regen, SP cost, this kind of optimization things that may break certain strats. Those are a bit more important, but you know, these days attack stats are so high. Usually they go up to like 1.6k for SSS. A single affix line is literally only 1% more damage. So usually it's not that significant unless you're aiming for the absolute peak performance. No worries, guys. If anything, yeah, just feel free to ask. I mean, I'm just gonna chill for the night anyway. Set up for a Nirvana Heimdall? Yeah, just go look up one of the references. I don't have it on the top of my head. Haven't looked into it yet. How to get the beta test? You can apply for the one for the English servers, but for China server, yeah, good luck. I can't tell you so much about it, but yeah. It's not easy to get in the Chinese one, so if you really want to get in, try applying for the English one instead. Welcome to Exalted. Yeah, things are a lot more fun up here than you think. I mean, Masters is really aged content. And your weapons, literally, I mean, just think about it this way, right? If you stay in Masters, some of these weapons in the original form are practically unusable. Just think about it. 11th relic before pre, in this day and age, is practically unusable. So yeah, just one of the examples. But yeah, welcome to Exalted. Will Herrscher's get outclassed? Look, this is the only case where, I mean, think about it this way, right? Over time, no matter what game you're playing, there will be stronger players, stronger vaults, stronger, you know, support. So Herrschers have a very long time of relevant time in the meta, but you know, nothing is permanent. Eventually, they will have their replacements, and at this point HOV is only used for the range weather, which also has psychic units, so she's still very good there. And you know, let's just say that her time of meta is already long past. Just if you join the game quite late, right? I mean, maybe past the prime of the game early on. In the past, HOV, when she was released, she literally did every single thing in the game, from MA to Abyss, even to mech weathers. She was used everywhere. She was so overpowered to the point where the game needed to create content to nerf her indirectly. So that was how bad it was. And well, that was like 4 years ago at this point for Chinese servers. So, you know, it's about time that she retires. So that's why she was given away as a free unit a couple of months back. So yeah. Can you show us the how max? It's somewhere. It's above 1.6k attack at the maximum. So yeah. Can I don't want to move, man. Stop making move and check the meter a little bit myself. Is there something interesting? Oops. Who is this guy? Oh wait, I kind of remember this guy from long ago. Let's see, what is the wait. Any possible replacement? No, sorry. You have to get the weapon. As much as this is cruel to hear, not getting the weapon for her is might as well not use her, because she is also psychic, and there are a lot of psychic DPS already. So get the weapon. Seriously, you need it. What is this? Spend a lot of time and money. Is it worth it to you? If it's not worth it to me, why am I still playing this game? Right? So it has to be worth something for someone to continue playing, and you know, worth is subjective, right? And then, I mean, think about it this way, right? We pay for entertainment, we pay for a lot of things, and the people who make this stuff don't do it for free. So if let's say I put money into this game, what do I get in return? This game goes out of their way to make this music, original music, they make the anime shorts and things like that. They increase their animation fidelity VOG after VOG. You can see that your money being put in is being used to develop something that, you know, improves over time. Unlike, you know, some other games, after they start making a lot of money, they kind of just let the brand run its course, and the quality just, you know, doesn't change. But it's different right here compared to 1 year ago or 2 years ago. You see the quality of the production value. I mean, bugs are always going to be there. You can't avoid them, and certain bad decisions are being made. But as a whole, the production quality doesn't drop. So it is important that to see that when you're putting in money, it's being put to good use. So yeah, I think it's worth it. Do you think the next payable morph will be Eden? Sorry, I really have no idea how things are going at this point, since we just started a brand new story arc. The second phase already ended, and this is the third one, and I think it's the final one before the main story ends. So yeah, we'll see. Opinion on Elysium against Delta. Right, so, okay. Delta is extremely strong. Given how she can chain time fracture, she is very fast activation, you know, all of this stuff. So, at least in MA, in Memorial, it's very hard for Elysium to beat her. So for Elysium, your key DPS tool is in the ult. That's why she most likely will outperform Delta in Abyss. So that, I don't think that's really much of a question. And in MA, Delta should still reign supreme for the time being. But, you know, there is no real reason to worry about how Delta will fare against Elysium at this point, because given that she's farmable, most people will not really have the capacity to build her beyond what their Delta can do for at least half a year or so. And most of their Delta is already triple S, so yeah. Who will be next Herrscher? Sorry, I have no idea who's the next Herrscher. It's too hard to say now. Are there any gears that we need multiple copies like Blood Dance or Newton? Yeah. Okay, let me since we're here, let me just show you the kind of support gear I have accrued over the years. So these are the Newtons I have. I think they haven't grown in number for like 2-3 years already. And where am I? Kind of missing where are my pools? Yeah, some of these pools for affixes. And then everything else is not that much. So 2 sets of Gustav. And then I think 3 sets of JST, if I'm not mistaken. And then 1 set of Margrave. 2 sets of Shuizing. And 2 sets of Irene. 1 set of Holmes. 2 sets ish of Turg. 1 set of Alvo. 2.5 sets of Jenny. Yeah, today Jenny is just so strong. I mean, Turk and Jenny is really, really, really good. Oh, that is not a prediction actually.
变成这样后，防晒都不用涂了，
The
省了好多
I
时
think
间
it's
呢。
right now it's 5.0, right? 5.1, so 5.2 you should be able to exchange for a free AE card with 32 Elysium. So that is already confirmed. Oh my god, the comments are moving way too fast. Hang on. I'm still way up top. How do I stay sane during extended balding session? Okay, look, if you have to, if this only happens when you're still new to the game, right? You kind of not really used to it. But for speedrunners, right? Resetting is just as natural as, you know, breathing, and especially if you have not perfected the execution yet, or you have certain mechanics you don't understand, then it's not that simple, right? You have to keep practicing. Only once you achieve, you have practiced your execution to its perfection, then only the balding comes in. You may get lucky and finish it earlier, but yeah, you are forgetting the practice portion of any cap score run, because things are never as simple as they seem for the most part. I mean, there are some you can literally play with your feet, but yeah. Alternate 6 for AE, no. Get you can use Irene at best, but yeah, for AE please get Margrave. Margrave is really, really required for her. Do you still play Genshin? Yeah, I still play Genshin. Nothing changed there. I just don't really spend that much anymore. Are there any hope for Q-Show to appear? Probably unlikely. Yeah, kind of unlikely. Opinion for pre-Abyss Flower. I mean, it's a matter of time, right? I think there were some controversies between why exactly
和我聊聊天吧。
they are releasing Hle? I have no idea how to pronounce the name. Hle? Pre after Abyss Flower Pre, but honestly, to me, right, it's for those people who just don't want to invest in Abyss Flower because they already have Hle. So they don't want, as MiHoYo, they don't want to like say, alright, you must pull for Abyss Flower, otherwise you risk increasing the power gap even further. So that's why they gave Hle its pre one version after. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. I don't know why people are taking it so negatively. Right. The last lesson, the animation, yeah, gives me the feels every time, man. I think it's even worse when I had to go to one of the conventions, MiHoYo conventions as a guest, and they kept playing the animation for last lesson literally every 10 minutes. Can you imagine the emotions they're putting us through? Jeez. Every 10 minutes you have to look at the same scene, 10-15 minutes. You have to, you know, not something you really want to sit through for 2 days. Is Anna better than Welt? Easy question to answer. Anna is better if you don't have to care about building the Welt 2 stacks. If you can maintain Welt 2 stacks, Welt is stronger by a small margin. So because of that limitation, sometimes it becomes very constricted to use Welt. So in the long run, Anna saves you the time to not have to farm the stacks for Welt. So yeah, that's why Anna is always used these days. Even could come back when, yeah, let's just assume that she's not coming back anymore. I think the send-off we got last chapter, it was a very good one, and then I think it should be left that way. It's clean ending that we can all, you know, remember. I don't support bringing back characters just for the sake of it. I think it's really pointless. Himeko dupes. Himeko dupes. If you are no need for, say, resonators, I would keep them at least for, you know, getting some SP regen affixes. You know, it can always salvage it afterwards for resonators, but otherwise I would just keep it for extra SP if so required. I mean, if you are not S2, right, you don't get the bonus SP recovery. So ultimately, yeah, you might want to keep one piece just for the SP regen. Where? Oh yeah, I do indeed play PGR, but I don't really spend much on it. Nor do I play it too much, I guess. Not really in the try hard phase for it either. Let's see what else. I want all the songs. Among all the songs that miHoYo made, I don't know. It's very hard to decide questions like that because when each song is made dedicated to a specific scenario or character, so yeah, I can't really decide when they are made for specific characters. It kind of feels like when I pick one, it, you know, it doesn't feel that good. Am I thinking of content for PGR? I don't think so, because first of all, PGR is not. PGR is I don't play it on PC. I play it on the iPad, my iPad Pro. So yeah, it's just a real pain to make content for something you're playing on the tablet. So depends, I guess. Maybe when I feel like it, or when things have developed far enough that I don't have to bot as much. Maybe, but nah. My time is already, you know, limited enough. As is. I feel like, oh yeah, Honkai Impact competitions, you know, the tournaments, right? Right. I think a lot of you players these days are not aware. We used to have, you know, the tournament. So it first came out this year in China, where it's only held locally. And then the next year, they invited overseas participants as well. So we had the tournament stages from the country level to regional level, then finally to the grand finals in Shanghai. So I was part of a team that went to Shanghai as well. So yeah, I think it is seriously good times there. You meet a lot of different people, even though you don't really talk to them much. But yeah, seeing the people behind all these top tier plays is something you don't really get to experience much. I would say that I can't say much about whether they're gonna hold it in the future, but at the very least, I think it should come back. It gives people more things to look forward to. You know, it's just more fun. More fun is always good. Outfits. Okay, so my policy on outfits depends on who it's for. Some of them, honestly, to me, are like literally must-buys, bar none. Like, I don't really know which examples I can give you, but I pretty much, at least like this one, right? It's free and it's so damn good, and you don't even need to pay for it. I mean, it was from a spending event, I guess. But yeah, it really depends on who it's for. I mean, if I like the character a lot and I think it looks very well for that character, I would definitely buy it. Like for instance, right? I have this for Rita. It was cost so much money, but you know, it looks excellent and I like it. I did not confirm they're bringing the competition back, right? I am saying that I hope they do. There's no news whatsoever on that, so yeah, don't misunderstand that. How does it feel on iPad Pro? You know, it's an iPad Pro, right? It's literally the best tablet you can buy in the market, and it's just smooth throughout, no complaints. The only problem is because the screen is so damn big, the orb roll, right, becomes so long, sometimes it's very hard to reach when it's very far back, like when you try to stack a lot more and the one you need is at the very end. Gosh, that is such a pain. What do you think they give us next anniversary? No idea, man. I think just giving away old vaults is not really a good thing. I mean, we got this free HOV this time around. Maybe next time we would see something different. So I like it when it's not too predictable. So now they give us this free vault. Maybe next time they introduce something like a free card right away, off an entirely new one, or a support character. You know, make things a bit different. So yeah. Do I have the badges? Yeah, I do have it. Have the badges. Oh, hang on, I haven't done my MA yet. Yeah, there we go. So the one on the left is the global grand finals, and the one on the right is the regional ones. So it looks like this, and it's animated. So yeah, but the stats on this one is kind of outdated already. It gives you 2% crit rate and 8 attack, and yeah, isn't that good anymore. So yeah, I think only 24 people in the whole world has this MVP emblem up to this point. I'm not sure if the previous year has it, but I think it's a different emblem entirely. So yeah, 6 people in C server. I think one of them has already left the game. Yeah. PCM makes you wanna quit Honkai? Yeah, I wouldn't agree. PCM is giving me too much pain right now, especially the pain cage system, which is so much pain. Gosh! Please fix. Unplayable. Is Dora not capable of defeating Kevin? No. I honestly think Kevin is stronger. Dora now may be strong, but Kevin, you know, Kevin's Kevin. It's different kind of logic that applies to him. Are elves more expensive to max out than Vox? This is not the case. I mean, if you think about it, right? Like for Syrian, you minimum need it to be 3 stars, but you don't really need to go beyond 3 stars unless you're, you know, trying to go for the extra high end. So yeah, there's really like no need to force for the 4 star for most of elves these days. Should I enter Exalted if I still don't have any powerful support stick and CH weapon? Yeah, you should. I mean, you are not only going to be the only person entering Exalted with undergeared, and please bear in mind that time you lose is time you don't get back. If you delay the time you spend in Masters, all the materials you get in Exalted simply you won't catch up. As more pre comes up over time, and you want to keep staying in Masters, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. The whole intention of the BP system, even though it costs a bit of money, is to help players catch up in terms of gear for a very small cost. So a lot of these sticks, for us players who have been here for 4 years or so, we spent a lot of money in the past to get this gear and we've used it for so much time. But in BP, it's literally just like a few bucks for all of this gear you can get. So it's a way to help newer players catch up. But if you don't want to pay for it, that's cool as well. I mean, you can still play the game just fine in the Exalted. It might be a bit of struggle, but you know, playing games have a bit of struggle. Isn't that what games are all about? This game is it's not like it's bracketed by ranking, right? It's not like you have to be a certain number. So if it's a percentage-based ranking, right, you will see similar players with you who are also suffering from lack of gear. So you would have to compensate for the lack of gear with better brains and better hands. That's no way about it. You need to understand the game better, you need to play better. So yeah. Do you know if they are planning to add more bonuses for whales? No idea, man. I mean, where are we at now? 200k? if you think about it, right, 200k for a casual spender over, let's say you've played a game for 4 years, that's actually very little money. You have to divide all of that cost over 4 years. So 200k over 4 years, yeah, I think a lot of people is already way above it if they've stayed around the game for a long time. Yeah, I know I'm talking in pinkish, but that doesn't mean the pain goes away, right? I have no idea how they can take a system from Honk and decided to butcher it in so many ways and makes it so painful to play every single day. So yeah. Anyway, let's not talk about PGR. It's a completely different topic. And that game is so new anyway, so all of the quality of life stuff will come later. We're just gonna suffer it through it for now. Hey, good morning. Wait, it's not even... Is it morning for you? It's literally like almost 11 PM here. Comparing Direct C, QS, and Superstring, which one do you prefer to do? I think... okay, so there are two perspectives here. For my... For what it's worth, there are certain parts of Direct that I like. There's certain parts of Superstring that I like. I think in the middle there's the, you know, QS. I didn't like QS that much. I think Direct was... I prefer Direct over QS. And I would put Superstring just above Direct. So QS would be the third in that order. It depends though. The dodge having limit is really not really the biggest problem because for PGR, dodge having limit is meant... So most of the later game strategies, you tend to have two rotating DPS, right? So usually the tank would come in to do a sub DPS rotation while the main DPS recovers dodge or whatever things, then you come in and redo the burst rotation again. So that is not really a pain point. I think a lot of pain points for us speedrunners is the randomness and things like that of the orbs and, you know, the system. Randomness is not usually a good thing, but yeah. Moving on. Should I level up my DOR or Iris Pre first? I don't even know what DOR is. My game is in Chinese. Domain of... Sorry, domain of... What is the DOR? What is the R in DOR? Oh, HOR weapon. I think Iris Pre, you can leave it at 50 for now. Iris Pre, what's important about it is to provide you with the instant marks that you can get with a click of a button. So yeah, get the DPS weapon up first. It'll help a lot more. Not to mention, you might also be wanting to use HOR in the in Elysium Realm. So yeah, you might want to raise that one first over Iris Pre. Iris Pre is more of a utility weapon. How long does it take you to get best scores in MA? I mean, some runs are literally like 1 minute. Some runs could take hours. I think in the ancient times when I was still a lot more active in this game, some runs took me 12 hours to get. So yeah, things are not as bad these days, but the past fights are a lot more difficult to score. Where do I live actually? I live in Singapore. Yeah, this is a C server. My account is in C server. I have two accounts anyway. I have one account in China and one account in C. My China one is just there, you know, to play events earlier, to estimate what is the standard of a, you know, a monthly player and things like that, because I don't really spend, or if at all spend over there. So yeah, no, I don't go on CN as well. It's meant to be as a control account. So in that server, I can sort of like gauge how much income I'm getting when I'm doing this account, what is the, you know, what's upcoming, things like that. So it's more of like a control sample. I do not stream on Twitch. I don't even stream in general. I just felt like doing a longer stream today and, you know, stuck around, talk a little bit. Since I don't really play the game or in general as much these days. So yeah, some talking is pretty nice, I guess. Excluding full NR / Welt Newton, what would you consider as the second best option for H? I would not use... Oh, man. Yeah, I can't really answer that because for Anna, the strongest factor in that set is in the tree set. So using 2 pieces of Anna is kind of painful. It's kind of weak. Dara is alright, but it's practically useless when you're not doing outs, so I would not recommend it either. I think that's a free set you can temporarily use for the time being, but yeah, you kind of have to figure out the math yourself. It's a bit hard to say. Do you really want Miho to start 20 again in 2022? Yeah, I think they should. I mean, it doesn't... I mean, it's really up to them, right? I mean, the player base is not as big as it is before, like, say, 3 years ago. I mean, that's the same phase every single game goes through, but, you know, having more entertaining things to watch is always a good thing. Is there any way for SS Mementos to survive for fire weather? Why using ice in fire weather? Do you really have no... I mean, pull for this Herrscher. Don't suffer that much. HOS I personally really like the squeak sound. I think it's... Do you mean the skin? The skin in terms of its effects and quality of it, I think it's top notch. The HOS summer skin. But, you know, first of all, it costs a lot of money, and secondly, I like this way too much over that one to use it. So this one just has a lot more of the class and the stylistic features of HOS. So yeah. Any impression on the new SN skills after new rank up? If you're looking for damage, then yeah, you'll be disappointed. I think in terms of damage, nothing has really changed much. They gave SN a lot more utility, more time fracture, more evasions, but all in all, I don't think it's really that important. Since she is in BP anyway, if you have, you know, no extra gears to get, just go ahead and get the extra frags to raise it to S1, S2 or something like that. But yeah, it's not really that significant as I would say. The one, okay, let's talk about SSS though. SSS is just you know, it's just straight up a cheat code, right? Mihoyo looked at all the suffering players in Memorial, all these players running Cat M, dying over Cat M and crits on top of that. They realized, alright, why don't we put the Cat M straight into SN so that you won't have to roll the Cat ever again. And I'm all for it, right? Cat is a mistake, it's just so much pain. But yeah, it's a good thing. At least for that one, we're happy about it. Starting moves for MA boss. Okay. So here's the deal about MA boss, right? I think that the good MA bosses should do a certain move based on a certain action that you take. So let's say you are close to the boss at a certain distance, you would do a specific move. In arithmetic, so for many cases, you can control the boss opening to a certain degree, but for a lot of them, you can't. And if you can't do it, then that makes it a real pain in the ass to do. Think about it this way, for Jizo, right? A lot of the times you want to roll for the triple slash opening, and if you don't get it, you pretty much just reset. And triple slash opening has a higher probability when you are just about 1 meter away in the front of Jizo. So that has a higher probability to get you triple slash. But that is not a guaranteed one, because it only reduces to about I think it's like 40%-ish. So yeah, you have to put out with the RNG anyway. I mean, I also don't think it should be entirely RNG free, because otherwise you kind of take out some of the boldness, and if it's not bounding at all, it takes away part of the fun. I don't know how you can explain this. If you're a speedrunner, you will understand this. So a small amount of RNG is part of the fun as well. But not too much. Too much is just stupid. What are your thoughts on Armada contents? Okay. What exactly is an Armada for? You should ask yourself this at this point. Armada, these days, I think the only thing people care about, excuse me, is to do the sim battle, I guess, and get some Armada tokens. I think that's pretty much it. So, I think some people wanted to bring the Armada Matrix back, but honestly, I think I'm fine with the Armada not having so much dedicated content. Ultimately, it's just to bring people together, and you can always enjoy the game without Armada specific contents. What do I think about the aerial battle system? You see, the aerial battle system, right, when introduced it also came with a lot of bugs. Bugs that were not there before because the vertical axis was not unlocked for a lot of valves to be there. So, for instance, when you get pushed up, you would just slide off the surface, and because the collision for what the vertical axis is not there. So, when aerial combat came along, a lot of times your valve just gets stuck in mid-air when they can't slide off the surface. And that is one negative thing, but I think it will be fixed in the future. Next is aerial combat is practically useless for bosses or any heavy units because they cannot be floated anyway. But the good thing about it is, remember a lot of times where you're trying to hit something at ground level and the unit is too high to reach? This is gone. But at the same time, that also brought in a new bug where if you go higher than the target when it goes up, so when you go climb the vertical axis while the enemy is also doing the same thing, you come twice as high, and you're so far off the ground level you can't even hit anything. So that is also a bug they need to fix. Currency simplification, excellent choice. I don't think I for one think fragmentation of currency is a completely useless point. Things should be consolidated. You know, I mean, it was a lot better than before these days. Things just consolidated a lot more. But at this point, they just think that, alright, everyone is stockpiling millions of coins anyway. We've got to have some use for them. So yeah, merging them to coins is pretty much the right way to go. It's good for everyone, right? Because once you reach max level, you are also earning coins, which can go into buying everything that Metro used to be able to buy. So yeah, good change. Why do I not set LE or HOT as my support? It's very simple, right? BK has one of the highest pure damage lead for physical teams, and I'm gonna show you my friend list. Why I don't really bother. Do you really think you need so many LE friends, HOT friends? So yeah. We need some variety to it. Oops. Let's see what's next. Why I'm enjoying our pain. Honestly, a lot of this pain you get from rolling, at a certain degree, is pretty enjoyable. Only when it becomes something that is buggy or it starts to lag, frame drop, yeah, that's when it becomes painful. The sneaks... No, hang on. Something I want to know: what factors affect the crystals and errands of Overtouch? Nothing. It's completely random, so don't bother with the probability. Does sneaks take too much damage, or is it just me? It's because she doesn't really have that much iframes for Nyx. A lot of times she's vulnerable to damage, except a few moves, so yeah. I mean, if you compare to characters like HOT, HOR, they're able to eat through a lot of damage just fine all the time, but Nyx doesn't have all of that. And she also dies very easily, and she also gets interrupted very easily. Just think of it as because she is not a Herrscher, and then she doesn't get all these benefits, you know, Herrscher advantage. Do you think SN from BP is worth it? If you don't have any S rank quantum DPS, yeah, I think it's a good choice to have it. Assuming you have at least a weapon for her. Otherwise, there's no point. Oh, much I enjoy Elysium Realm. Honestly, for this current version of Elysium Realm, I think there are good parts to it. It's refreshing, but at the same time, for people who have a lot of things to do, honestly, me included, Elysium Realm at this point in time is very grindy. This will sort of like be a bit more simplified over time because the upgrades are permanent. But yeah, for the time being, there's a lot of also RNG in terms of the buffs you can get. So yeah, there will be a lot of improvements in the next upcoming version. So yeah, just stay tuned. I think it will be a lot better. But I think Elysium Realm is one of the better permanent contents to come into this game. I don't really understand why people are bitching so much about how difficult it is, honestly, when there are people out there doing 150, 140 with just S0 bugs. But getting the buffs to do it, yeah, right now it's quite a pain. But I think there are some improvements they're doing in that regard. And you can also get certain specific items for certain buffs to come more often. I think people also need to understand that Vault ranks is not giving you advantage in terms of damage. I think it's a bit more damage, but the buffs you get in Elysium Realm is way bigger than what Vault ranks can give. What is important from Vault ranks is mechanics-based upgrades. For instance, HOT has this reduction in the breath tick consumption of the Herrscher bar. That is very big in Elysium Realm because this allows you to use one of the buffs for a much longer breath, and that is actually very advantageous for S2, I think. So those are what are important in terms of the upgrade, not the rank for damage. People who think getting a higher rank for damage have no idea what they're talking about. My goodness, where am I even now? More ABH show content. Not for the foreseeable future. At least for ABH show. Not for the foreseeable future. I don't think it's gonna come. Hey, welcome to the stream. Can you play some Abyss for everyone to see? Look, sorry, I don't plan to play anymore tonight. I'm very tired from work, so sorry. Not this stream. I was actually talking for like giving a talk for like 2-3 hours this evening, so I thought my voice wouldn't even come out during this stream as well. But yeah, good thing it's still there. So yeah, just listen to the music, listen to me bullshit about some stuff. Yeah, if you want to stay around for a bit. Hope you can stream a bit more. Maybe you can do this kind of streams like once every version. So in a new version, even though I'm not putting for anything much, we can start the stream. We can talk about a few things that happened in the past 6 weeks, upcoming 4 weeks, and things like that. Yeah, I think you could do that. But doing regular streams is a bit out of the scope for me. There is currently no capacity for me to do something like that. Yeah, it's a good idea though. I'll think about it. What is my opinion on Honkai for Galaxy? I can't see the future, sorry. There's no point to speculate about what may or may not come. Can SPFC promote to reload her says? Yeah. Swallowtail Phantasm, SP, is literally one of the best F2P Vox to invest in. She's literally so strong for a free A rank. She's pretty useless in MA, but in Abyss, she's really good. Is it worth to reroll a new account for HYFE or a new player? I don't know, depends on how much time you have. I honestly would not spend the time to do that. I mean, just keep playing the game. I was never a big fan of rerolling in the first place. I think it's kind of... Okay, this is a perspective of a whale, right? Rerolling costs time, and we don't exactly have that kind of time to just spend to reroll. So yeah, honestly, for me, I can't reroll accounts. I just live with what I got from the game. I mean, honestly, right? When I started this game, my first 3 S ranks from standard were all DBs. And I created my account in CN, I got DB again. It was literally just no words for it. Yeah. Yeah, for the rank Undine, yeah, you kind of want to get Undine, but I mean, if you get Path of Acheron, you just use it. Either weapon is fine, whichever you can make pre. If you can make the pre version, that's the best. Lara is farmable anyway, so yeah, Lara is such a standard universal stick. Which server is better, C or global? Does it really matter? Just play whichever gives you the lowest ping. Yeah. If you okay, so if you look at the time zone map, right? If you Google the time zone map, and if you look at the GMT 8, right, there is like a very weird separation for Malaysia and Singapore. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. You understand why Singapore is in the GMT 8 time zone along with Malaysia, but not for Indonesia. If I don't get HOF, is it worth to get Nyx or wait HOS? I would not put Nyx over any of the Herschers. You don't have HOS? Get HOS first. She is literally the core of any physical team these days. And because she is a support, her longevity in this game is much longer than, you know, any DPS you can get. Just think about it this way, right? Do you remember how long ago CH was introduced? She was introduced literally like the first year of the game, after the game was released, and she is still relevant to this day. This is how important supports are in this game. So yeah, just bear in mind. My SA net is not maxed, so enjoy this exclamation mark.
我们出发吧。
Honkai was the first gacha game, and then whatever, pulling every 2.8. No, yeah, good change. I don't know, people change, man. You do you. I honestly just think, for me, for Wales, we tend to not look at things, alright, I need to save this certain amount to get a certain thing. We think in such a way that, alright, how much can I save so that I don't need to spend this amount to get this certain character? So the logic is a bit reversed. So yeah, I don't think my point of view is very useful for you. You just like the feeling to be able to pull a top tier unit in the first temple. I mean, the rates in this game is not that low. Eventually you will get one. So yeah, it's just a matter of how long you want to play. You're playing the game. In the grand scheme of things, right, the average for a VALP to drop is about 55-ish pulls. That's where the average is. So, yeah, it's not exactly normal to expect going way above 60, 80 or something like that. I don't have Undine for my SP. Yeah. I mean, late game, you are gonna use Path of Acheron pre for SP, not Undine anymore. But if you have Undine, it's perfectly usable, yeah. When is HOS going to be added to the normal dome supply? Yeah, see you in 2024, man. Do you prefer waifu or meta? I am a whale, so I can choose both. That is just a fact. And that is just how things are. It's a good thing if your waifu is also a meta unit, but if you want to enjoy both, you gotta have to spend money. That is just how it is. You can't get around it. You can't get everything. I think upgrade Elysium sticks from direct is not worth it. What about you? Good question. Let me see how many sets of direct you still have left. Where is direct sorted? It's TMMBB. Am I really missing a single T? Yeah, I think I have the capacity to at least make one set. So yeah, should be fine for me at least. Whether it's worth or not depends on you entirely. If you have the need for direct as your key DPS, don't. Keep it. Don't make the G4. Oh, is Nyx better than HOR in just general? Because I don't know why I feel like Nyx is stronger than HOR even though my Nyx use full NR. Okay, there's a core difference in how they are played, right? Nyx can only do damage during the window she is using her ult, which means anytime it's outside ult, she does piss damage. During the ult, she does a shit ton of damage, and she also synergizes with HB very well. So if you have both of them and Turk, she deals a shit ton of damage, even though it's only using Ana. HOR is not like HOR is an all-rounder, right? When she's outside ult, you can also fire these very high damage shots while you're farming for SP for your ult. And during ult, you unload literally 50% of your entire damage in the first 2 seconds. So their playstyle is very different. You need to analyze this based on the reference point you're looking at. So when do you need to do this damage? Do you have the time to stretch out to do this amount of damage in a certain amount of time? So yeah. At the highest level though, I think majority of cases Nyx is stronger. But not for all cases. Well again, I said use it. I can't help you with this, man. You're gonna have to save as much as you can. What are your thoughts on Foundry Stigmatas? This one is a very big topic, so I'm not gonna spend much time on it. But yeah, I think it would be better for you to. I think there are some guides already done for the Foundry Stigs. No, this is not the Foundry. Like, yeah, I think it would take too much time for us to talk about it. I mean, okay. Let's just do a single pass then. Ana, core, ice set, make. Leeuwenhoek, if you need fires, generic set, make. Thales M, always good standard middle, make it. Goemon, if you don't have Jenny as your DPS set, make it. Otherwise, it's pretty much so much weaker than Jenny at this point. Direct, easy recommendation if you need it. You know it if you need it. There's no much to talk about. If you have SP to run, if you have HOS to run as DPS, good, make it. Actually, most of the GG are pretty good in today's standards anyway, for what they're worth. G2, practically only Thales M. Maybe you can make some poverty sets with good Monet TM. It's very ancient. Beethoven, it's a free support. Along with Tesla Band, make them. Plague M, nah, not used anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not getting the costume for HOS, yeah. I really prefer the default one a lot more. Nor would I be willing to drop set 9.6k on the costume, so yeah. Do you get kept score Abyss? I don't really play Abyss much anymore these days. I can't literally, I simply don't have enough time to do both MA and Abyss. So usually I just do it quickly. If somebody wants to wants to push a score on my behalf, they are free to do it, but my focus is not Abyss these days. Usually maybe I'll play it for a while when new Valk drops, but there's just not enough time for it. Like, V3 beta just dropped today, so I need to go and record the V3 footage and try out Elysium and note all the changes and things like that. So I can't even play with Abyss even if I want to, and my MA is not even done yet when I got off work so late. I don't even know where I'm at now. I'm very angry at the planning team of Honkai for their bad conduct. Assuming you're talking about... Yeah. Look, if you want to rant, do it elsewhere. I do not encourage people to complain about things in an angry manner. If you want to discuss something, you want to suggest something, just do it calmly. Nobody benefits from being angry, right? Even you yourself wouldn't benefit from it. Do you think Justy is a good investment now, or has reached its shelf life with a new trend edge? That is a very hard question to answer, JST. If you already have one set, I think you can live with one set for now. You don't have to get a second set. If you already have 2 sets, forget about it. Don't get any more sets. If you only want to get a few now, only get it when you have access to resonators. Otherwise, yeah, try to leave with Turk. Some of the other new stuff like Iris also works, Margaret also works. It's a lot of variety. But yeah, it is still a very good set. But if you want to blow your resonators on it, you might want to reconsider. It's so salty before you can farm CH. Yeah, I can understand that because CH is so crucial to any physical team for a very long time. Not being able to pull her whenever you want is real pain. Do pings affect performance? No. This game is literally client side. It only syncs the game data at a very specific point in time, so you can literally disconnect your game, play it, and then reconnect to submit your score. So this is the good thing about Honkai that I hated in Genshin, because Genshin registers every single action back to the server, so your latency affects your gameplay experience. But Honk, you can just play no matter how bad your connection is, and the ping will not affect anything. So yeah. You average around 80 pulls to get S. I hope your convergence to mean comes someday, man. I mean, over time, everything converges to mean if you play long enough. If you don't have HOF set, can you preview something? Yes, on CN I use Leeuwenhoek TB Thales M for the time being, while I slowly pull for Himeko. I think that's also the best alternative set you can get right now. Do you still mess around with Dawn Furniture and stuffs? No, I do not. Ever since I've maxed it out, I don't touch it anymore. I can give you a brief look at how do I even change to... Yeah, the other one I didn't decorate it as much, but yeah, this is like what, 2 years now? Forgot. Yeah, it's been a very long time. Let's see, what's the next one? HP has 0 gear. Yeah, I think over time, you might also want to try to get some target. Target is really good. It's very easy to apply. I mean, there's no limitations. Like if your targets are a bit separated, the explosion doesn't cover all of them, so that's also a pain in the ass, and that makes GST a bit better. Or just use Irene from FR, things like that. There's certain drawbacks, but in general, it's a very good set. It's also very good when to use on official, because Oz is always around. So yeah, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Which language do you prefer to play Honkai in? Chinese. Definitely Chinese. I think for Honk, Chinese is just better, even in terms of the VA as well. The sacrifice direct for Elysium Stigmata worth it? Dude, I can't answer this for you, man. If you need the direct stick, don't do it. Your Elysium will not be serviceable for at least half a year anyway, so don't rush to make the G4. Just make it when you need it. Oh crap, the comment has moved so far, where am I even now? When is the balance dropping for global? Yeah, you have to check your local time for this one. I think only the US is pending now. Oh yeah, correct, right. Michelangelo is pretty decent as well, yeah, my bad. Yeah, Michelangelo is pretty decent, the GB pieces are pretty good. But they kind of get replaced pretty quickly because we have Jingwei T, we have Lear B and stuff like that, so yeah, we consider that as well. Opinion on tier list? Do you really need a tier list for Honk? The game literally tier lists itself, right? Look at Herrschers, you get them. Look at supports, are they required for each element? Get them. You don't really need tier lists that much. Tier lists help you prioritize a few things, but over the long term, you will understand how the game releases things in a specific order. And once you know that, you kind of feel like, alright, this is the vault maybe I can do later when I can spare. This is a vault I cannot skip. Things like that. What tier is HOS in Honkai, by the way? Nice joke. This is the EX tier of all EX tiers. Everyone should have her. How long do you work? You know, standard 9 hours a day. It's just that today was especially terrible. My question: how long do you think HOT will be done? Give it another year, maybe. What do you do for a living? I guess, okay, what I do for a living is, again, what I can tell you is I'm from engineering background. I work in financial technology. Hi, will HOF be bad without weapon? Yes! Weapon, please. Don't skip the weapon. It's very, very important. Weapon these days are very hard to skip. Do you think JST is big at Abyss yet? Yeah. JST is not that strong in Abyss anymore because the duration is not that high, and we are slowly moving towards longer field time characters. Therefore, Turg is becoming more prominent for this reason. JST is still extremely good at MA because it synergizes with Newton, and if you can unload everything in 5 seconds, it is still a lot stronger. So yeah, this is a matter of balancing duration of buff versus buff intensity. Do you watch Hansa? Yeah, I do follow her. Yep.
你在发呆吗？真巧，我也是。
Is it bad to use Shakes Adrift to HOF? Oh, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's so tailored for DA that I don't think anyone can use it effectively. Yeah. Let's not use. Yeah, I think you're better off using free stuff instead. Which one is better to use in Elysium, HOT, HOF? Personally, I think HOT might be slightly stronger. You know, she's the main character in Elysium Realm after all. Her Elysium buffs are also extremely good. I would give HOT the edge over HOF in Elysium Realm. But I think it wouldn't be a problem getting 130 difficulty with both regardless, even at S0. SP more or less is still around. Do you think devs will remove it if a lot of people want it gone? No. First of all, because as think of it as in terms of a developer, think of it from a effort versus return standpoint. This is effort for literally no returns. We are not paying them to remove the molest feature. They don't get anything out of removing it, and more people complain for removing it. Not because they are getting this unfair advantage in MA, but because they just want to touch their vox, I guess. That is not something I do, but you know, some people might like it. Not saying I'm judging, you know. So yeah, I don't think it will ever be removed from C. I do wish it is though, but that's just what I think, not what everyone thinks. Look, I've been avoiding this question for a very long time. Why is Rita number 1? If she's number 1 for you, that is the reason. That is the answer you need. You don't need any other reason. She's not my number 1. She could be number 2 though, but yeah. No, I'm not saying that Jingwei T Leah B is better. The reason I'm saying this is because Michael TB is a very specific set. So you're making this set for a very specific use case, and it's not generic. Leah B and Jingwei T, right? They are practically universal. So if you're only using it for sort of like an interim solution, right? Going out of your way just to make Michelangelo might not be such a smart idea, because you know, once you get something better, it just gets completely useless, and in most cases it won't even be used anymore in the future. Do I also play Genshin? I heard on CM post that Honkai play Genshin. No. That is completely bullshit, right? Honkai and Genshin lives in harmony because they are both MiHoYo games, and we might shit talk each other, but in the end, a lot of us play both games at the same time. So yeah. I mean, all this hate going around, what's the point? Just play your own damn game, man. Nobody benefits from all this hate. Do stick effects get extended by time fractures? No. It does not. There is a very, very small amount of exception to this one, which is Tails M. So Tails M has this specific debuff that allows you to it makes the enemy take more damage, fire damage from you, and that can be activated by time fracture. This I don't think it's I'm not sure if it's intended or not, but it has always been the case. So yeah. Yeah, I already got full set. The Station of Huxley Bridge will come again in the future. I think yeah, it should have a rerun. This background. Oh, this question, right? So which abyss do I prefer, Super Spring or Direct Sea? I think I answered this. Sorry, a bit earlier. I would put Super Spring on first, Direct on second, and Quantum Sea on third. Hey, Calvin. Yeah, day is good. Hope you have a good day as well. Yeah, I mean, if you see a need for you to, if you can justify going out of your way to make Michelangelo, feel free to do it. Just bear in mind that it is a very restrictive set, so yeah, the longevity is not that good. Honkai Gakuen is going down. No. I think okay. Think about it this way, right? The game is still going strong in CN, GGZ, so Guns goes, or basically Honkai 2. I think it's better that the players who still want to play the game should play on the CN server, and all these peripheral servers will eventually shut down. Yeah. I think it's inevitable. That game is almost like 10 years old, man. Keeping all these servers open with low levels of players outside the main server is not really good business. So yeah, I think the game is still going fine in CN. They're still getting new artworks, new stuff. So yeah, still ongoing. So it's not going closing down. What's the hardest boss in anime for you? Well, that is a difficult question to answer. I don't think I have a most hated. Not hardest one. I think based on difficulty to score, I think it's Andrew's 31840. That shit is insanely hard to do. I think so far I've only seen 2 people do it worldwide. How much time do you spend on Honkai on average? I don't usually play over the weekends. Friday a bit maybe, just to clear a bit quickly. I do MA after work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe a bit more on Friday. That's pretty much it. Not that much. Other gacha games, I also have an organized account. I'm going to drop the game already. I don't really want to deal with it any longer. I also play Genshin, obviously. I also play PGI at the moment, and yeah, I think that's it. I pretty much only mainly play Honkai. Am I playing on CN server? No, this is the C server. I have a separate account in CN server. Do you miss those nice Soul Link in Direct C? I mean, the Soul Link here. Why do you have to bring that up again, man? Those are the kind of memories that you kind of like let it go, forget about it over time. You just have to bring it up again to make everyone feel the same thing. Yeah, you have to go on CN to play GZ. Yes, Elysium can be played with children's set since she relies on charge attack a lot. I don't think there are any other restrictions, right? I remember Columbus set is very generic. As long as you do charge attacks, everything is good. So physical increase, charge attacks, crit damage. Right. The only problem is you need to ensure that it's a single target. So you're only usable on a single target. This background, for the time being, it's not being sold anymore. I think it should return in the future. I mean, let's face it, people would want to buy this, right? No reason for them to make it limited. Hey, no worries, man. I mean, I'm sorry that the translations always come late. The beta always opens when I'm at work, at like 2 p.m. So by the time I come back from home, I do my shit, and I'm free to translate. It's like 9, 10 p.m. before I can release them. So usually, you can find Marisa or Wyvern already uploaded something. So yeah, I mean, if you always waited for my translations, I'm happy to hear that. But I'm also aware that there is no possible way that I can keep up with the people who can be there when the server opens. What are good physical support sticks? We have the free ones in Bounty like Beethoven and Tesla Band, right? So in terms of what you should get, is Shuizing. Shuizing is literally used as support, used as DPS, used as SA stick. It's so versatile. How good is my Chinese? I'm fluent in Chinese. I just don't use it. Do I speak a third language? I can also speak Malay. I can do simple Japanese conversation. I can also speak Cantonese. I can also speak Hokkien. Soul Links and the ones with Devasu SC drink. Oh yeah. Those are pretty tough. Yeah, I remember that.
不忙的话，和我聊聊天吧。
Where should I focus your asteroids? Okay. I think there's no way to answer this question because there's so much stuff dependent on asteroids. So think long term, right? You don't want to spend asteroid on something that maybe you could have gained back in the next 7 days. That makes no sense. Asteroids should be saved for things that are very hard to come by. Things like the elf mine stones, I think. So these are things that are extremely hard to farm. Asteroids should be gone to those. Think ahead. If you can get these things in 7 days, 14 days, you can wait a bit, just wait. There's no need to burn your asteroids this way. How much Newton B and Mayhem do we need these days? I think in general, the 2%, maybe 5 Newton 2 pool is enough? Or even less, maybe 4 Newton 2 pool is enough if you have Terragan and everything else, Jenny and things like that. Fellow Honkai YouTuber, Marisa Weverin. I have never spoken with Wyvern before. I don't think we are even in the same Discord server ever, or we have any kind of interaction before. I do work with Marisa in certain manners of speech. So yeah, I think only Marisa. Dude, man, online names are never indicative of what they really are. What if I name myself as 69 Pussy Slayer and things like that? Am I gonna be a white teenager? No, right? So yeah, there's a story behind my name anyway. And I stuck with it over like half a decade or more already. Direxy Dual Elite is pretty tough. I think it's also based on what kind of supports we have back then. We have so in the past when Direxy was around, we have supports, we have DPS teams that, you know, excel in long setup. So they take a long time to set up, right? To do a certain amount of damage. Like back then CH without her pre, it takes so freaking long to charge up her out. Soul Link counters this kind of play instantly because they only have 2 mobs and makes it very slow to farm SP, and they have a lot more HP. So this kind of compounds and makes Soul Link a lot harder than it is. This place is already gone anyway, so it doesn't really matter anymore. But yeah, Soul Link was pretty tough back then. Asteroid Collection in open world. I actually forgot what is Asteroid Collection already. If you have Abyss Flower and Healer at 35, look, if you have Abyss Flower, man, what is the purpose of Healer even? Right, what is the purpose of it? It's literally, there's not a single thing that you can do The Abyss Flower cannot. I mean, yeah, well, there's one thing, which is the weapon active is different, because you can still spear shit and throw them. You can't do that on the Abyss Flower. But otherwise, it's completely inferior in every single way right now. Oh, really? I kind of forgot about that already. You can collect objects in open world and use to give you strength. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. It must be a long time ago. I mean, we're sure it's going to be gone anyway, so it's just asteroid these days. Yeah, man, I miss those days as well. I mean, it's one thing to watch people play, but where you're in the player's seat, the feeling is a lot different. But yeah, it was good times. The trip to Shanghai was also one of the best. What do I think about Ultra Exalted tier? No, not coming. Not anytime soon. At least don't expect anything to come this year. Abyss is a scalable difficulty mode, right? If it becomes too easy, they can raise the difficulty and everything just goes fine. The only one that usually suffers is MA. The reason Exalted was introduced was because they separated masters, so all the pre-stuff goes into Exalted, everything before it goes to masters, so they kind of give like a choice for you to whether you want to move up or not. But at this point, since we're not seeing any kind of new systems, I think like that, new tier is not coming anytime soon. Does Fire Terror need to be on a specific rank to use support? No, I don't think. There is, I think, one buff skill at SS, if I'm not mistaken, so when you drop across you get 50% added damage to the team. I think that's the only one, can't remember well. So yeah, I think you're fine with S rank, I guess. Ask David kind of fourth open world map. Knowing MiHoYo, right? I would say that if they were to introduce a new open world map, it would be something that we don't currently already have. I think it would be a bit out of character if they were to reuse the existing maps and then let you play on it. For all open world maps, it has always been something that's completely new, and yeah, usually it comes with its own story as well. So unlikely we get CR City. Playing for 10 days in this Honkai already. Dude, you can play both, man. Just play both games. I mean, personally, if I had to main one game, I would still main Honk. I think I like it more, personally. I'm not gonna go into the details, I don't want to start the argument here, it's pointless, and it's a waste of everybody's time. It's fine to just enjoy both games. Too many new tier. Yeah, I also think, I think I've already complained about this like 3 months ago. Half a year ago. It's too many 0 to 2 second stuff now. I mean, for a lot of these strats actually very difficult to play. And as a viewer, you don't really know what are the the fine details that goes into making these runs possible. So the enjoyment as a viewer also goes down over time. So yeah, I think longer fights sometimes are necessary. Collection, I think for the Vault gifts, I do still have them. I think I did not spend them. Yeah, they're still here. Solo Braver Lugo. Which is the better impact? I don't think you can get what you want from Honkai in Genshin, nor can you get what you want in Genshin out of Honkai. So just play both. You need Azure Imperial for HOF. Dude, just get AE, man. There's no reason not to get her. I mean, if you don't already have her, just get her from the BP supply. Should I upgrade Siren's HP skills? Does it negate HF HP? No, because if you read the skill on HOF's shield, right? If I remember correctly, there is only one skill that can heal her, which is her ult. Everything else goes into the shield she has. I wonder what's the ending of Herrscher. I mean, you kind of can guess the ending based on what happened in the APHO story, right? So that is a canon ending that you would expect from Herrscher universe 8 years later. Hey, thanks for being my #1 fan, even though I know you're just pulling my leg. Do I watch anime? Yeah, of course I do. Is she a must get or not? No, she is not a must get. You can farm her in the background, but I don't think there's a need to pull for her. What is your opinion about Elf Academy? I think it's an excellent series, even though I don't really watch much of it myself. But I appreciate Mihoyo for making all this, series that gives more character, more life to these units you see in game. Look, the HP loss on HRF is actually a very core thing. And it actually gives you advantage in Elysium Realm as well, because I think, is it called Corpus? I don't remember, I don't know the English name, Corpus, where it buffs when your HP is low. So that is literally always valuable for her. Do we have a conference room? Look, just get used to looking up stuff on Bilibili. That is where you will learn a lot faster than everyone else that just thinks they are good at something, honestly. Did you cry on Moon Halo's animation? I would question anyone else if they didn't instead. Herrscher of the end. Dude. I would rather we defeat her than play as her, honestly. What is Seclair even doing? I wonder if G4 Elysium sticks can still be equipped by other burst box. I mean, the good point about that part is it is quite a generic set, so it's not a bad thing because it's free in the first place, farmable, not free. So yeah. Nothing important, have you? No, it takes a long time for every single Vogue in Elysium Realm to reach max level. Honestly, I don't think I have the time to even do more than one Vogue. At least I plan to just do HOT to max level and then get my 130 every single week. And only when I have time I'll do the other Vogues. It is quite time consuming. Just a heads up though, since you guys are here. The upgrade materials for the Vogues, right? I mean, it's fine if you want to grind now, but for the actual difficulty that comes, you will get the materials a bit faster than these low difficulty ones. How mad do you think they have if they make an anime with the quality of the animated CG? I think that's something we all want, but yeah. I mean, Mihoyo literally built their own animation studios, their own mixing studios. They have all the internal resources to do things like that. But the really question is, do you want them to spend their resources to make an anime, or do you want them to continue putting out characters animation for the game that you are playing? So human resources are finite, right? When you're working on something else needs to be given up. So yeah, I would say that they should keep their resources stuck to making Honkai and Genshin related stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be damn cool though. I don't deny it, but yeah, I don't think it's where they should focus on. How many Newton B? 5, I guess, around there. Where can I find out more about Herrscher of the End? Honestly, I don't know much about the resources, but you can find it on Baidu. If you know Chinese, you find the article 绿者 sorry, my throat is dying. 绿者, and then there you can find every single history and all the details you can get, and it's a lot more accurate than what you can find in most other sources, but it's all Chinese. So, dude, did you literally already max your HOT AK? That's, my goodness. I don't even think I finished. Yeah, what is mine right now? They're literally level 1. Yep, this guy has a point, SM Work. Yes. I mean, I wouldn't say it would become bad. I would say that because they have to make that, the quality will become bad for everything else they'll do. Like, it's a compromise, right? If they move resources over to make an anime and all of this stuff, those same resources are taken away from making content for Honkai and Genshin. So, yeah. You're right, but I don't think what they produce in terms of anime will be bad though. I disagree with that. It's gonna be good, but because of that, other things will become bad. Looking at the fire support, yeah, I think we might get the fire support not far into the future. Rondo got a temporary buff, which is nice, but she is kind of lacking in many ways. All she does really is to drop the cross, use her out as a massive trauma filler. No time fracture, not much support capability. Yeah, she's very replaceable, I would say. So probably a bit in the future. Genshin is replaceable on Bilibili. It is because of the review bombing at the start of the game, and they're climbing up already. I think at the start of the game, it fell all the way down to like 4 point something. Yeah, it was very low. It's now like 5.5 and above already, so it's coming back up. It's a lot related to do with how the game was monetized. People are really upset about it, so they just review bombed it. There was also a lot of like controversies surrounding sort of like they people are complaining about why it looks so similar to Breath of the Wild, which I think is completely unnecessary and overblown again. But given it's MiHoYo, everybody just ganged up on them, and then the ratings dropped. Is DA still good? Yeah, DA is still good, but yeah, she's still good for where she's needed, but it's not like you must have her at this point. Max IR, man, Max IR is something else, man. You need to attack on Rondo to trigger Turk. Yes. The Turk has two parts, right? One is the initial explosion that applies the mark. The other part is the extension. So the extension can be done by your summon units, your, yourself, or anything like that. The initial explosion can only be done by yourself. So this is how, this is how it works. So if you don't touch it at least one time to apply the mark, your summon unit doesn't do anything at all. Will we ever get an A rank ice DPS because A rank? Yeah, I think this is something people have talked about for a long time. That why do we not have an A rank for ice DPS? And every single ice DPS is S rank. Honestly, at this point, no. I simply think it wouldn't. I think they're just gonna keep up this tradition of having ice DPS only as S ranks. Do you think Himeko will have a chance to be Imaginary or Silver? No. I am on the camp that thinks that Himeko has had her time, and she received a proper send-off, a last version, and it should stay that way. So it's kind of I don't agree on bringing her back in any form or matter. It should stay that way, and her story should end there, and it gets passed on to Kiana to carry it forward. Hey, if you make him have a support, and we don't say decisions. Hard to say, man. I mean, here's the thing, right? If AE is not Fuhua, I would say you might be right. But because you know how this game treats Fuhua, right? Like, just think about it. Fuhua is always relevant. Just look at this cast. If you don't have AE, your best bet is still Phoenix. Phoenix is still one of the, go-to Vox to use for a lot of quick starters because she can drop an SP bag and shoot break and things like that. NS, always strong if you have the gear for it. SK, still damn strong if you have the gear for it. How the fuck? Still very strong. So all of these characters are all strong. They are never like completely useless or replaced. So it's just full things. What is a good replacement weapon for Hexer Bunny except signature weapon? Yeah. Nothing really works, man. Sorry. I might not even consider using it at all if you don't have the weapon nor the stick. No, HOF has certain limitations. For example, on Rhymestar, especially Abyss, right? You can see how the boss is designed for DA. So first of all, Rhymestar is psychic, so you know, DA gets the type advantage. The most important bit is how the boss is designed. Rhymestar has many fast-changing phases that HOF cannot keep up. So HOF has all these long cooldowns, all these long animation times, more long cooldowns. Just doesn't work. DA has no cooldown on her ult. She can do everything very quickly. Yeah, you can't replace Rhymestar with HOF. It's just weaker. What kind of support for Nyx, right? If you have oh wow, this is quite difficult. So Nyx has a lot of dependency on HB, but it is not exactly HB it's herself that becomes a big dependency. The weapon, I forgot the name, Crusher Bunny, I think, is what allows Nyx to recover her claw so fast. So it's a 2-level dependency. So if you toss Blood Dance, Newton, JST for Nyx, Nyx also has this animation time to start, then she also has this slow wind up to start her charge attacks, and by the time it's kind of wasted. So yeah, you probably can still use HB for this one, but either way it's gonna be a bit difficult. I think before I got the full set for my HB on CN, I used just the, what is it called again? The Bruce Pre and GST, TM, and Newton B until I got my Turk. So that's my replacement for the time being. Yeah, I mean, that's what the best part about HB is that it's on demand. So you can start QTE after your Nyx does all this super long wind up stuff. So that is an advantage. Some of you have your comments hidden for some reason. Let me just enable them. What kind of sticks can you use for HOS DPS? Yeah, it's already answered for you. I mean, there's more than that though. So, I think I have my presets available here. I can show you. So usually it's these three. One is the full set Sirin. One is variation of Suijing MB and DPS T, Newton T, for example. If it's more burst focused, then it's direct MB, Sirin Ascendant T, and there are also some variations of it. But yeah, normally it's these three options. Should you buy Elysium stamps or buy HR stamps instead? I would say get your HR to S2. That S2 is some good shit, man. You can't beat any penetration for free that comes when you just do charge attacks. So yeah, very good upgrade for S2. Did I cry when Kiana had the final chat? I think I would be a monster if I did not cry. So yeah. Well, it depends, right? Yeah. HB being built gives Nyx a massive advantage because of how they synergize with each other. So, yeah, you might. If your HOR is already full built, she might work better with current implementations, for example, Blood Dance and things like that. Yeah, I'll probably stream till midnight for me, which is about 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna go get some rest, and I have to finish my dailies as well. So yeah, there's like 15 minutes left before I go. Okay, two questions here are related. One is the Serious Thunder is only for SSS. Yes, because Shuizing deals more damage. That is a fact. You don't buy with Catty. Catty is only for rotations below SSS because you can't meet the damage threshold in time for the second SU back, so you have to use Cat to buff for it. SSS, you kind of just start with 40 SP, so you kind of skip the whole thing altogether. No worries, man. Take care. Is Irene still the set to use everyone? Yes. No. Okay. When it comes to Irene Antler, right? You have to consider a few things. So Irene's biggest advantage is how long the buff lasts. So that's for like a whole 18 seconds or something. At the same time, it also deals considerable amount of damage for FR herself. So if you want to maximize both support, so if you see her as a sub DPS, while giving support to a better DPS, you will use Irene 3 set. If she's the main DPS, you would want to consider going for Jenny instead. But otherwise, second best is Irene. So Irene has already become the sub DPS and the PS set for FR after her pre. What is the fast place to farm Honkai Q upgrading weapon? Honestly, for me, I get them from open world. For open world, because I don't have any A ranks to farm, right? So for open world, my priorities are always AE chorus, the black chorus, and the any kind of Valk Frax that can give me a fixed mats, I guess. Yeah. On CN, I would prioritize the farmable SP Valks, and still AE cores in open world. Is she usable with her signature weapon? Yeah, definitely can. Her signature weapon does a lot. It gives the hit count for Nyx, it gives a damage buff for the team. Yeah, it's a very important weapon. Do you think any unorthodox stick will come back like Jonathan B did? Well, I need to suggest what kind of unorthodox stick we're talking about first. A lot of the old sticks have very, very insane limitations, or simply just outdated in present day. If I don't have full switching, then is full serious ascendant better? Better than what? That's the main question. What do you have as an alternative? If you don't have anything else, then yes, it is the best. If you're looking about direct, direct variant does practically no damage until you do you out and do the ground slamming attacks. So yeah. Hey, take care, man. No worries. Only has switching TB. Yeah, you can just use switching TB. Honestly, it is as long as you have the B for switching, it's already a very strong set. I did get good luck on my pulls, yeah. Except Elf, everything else is good. Hey, man. How to fast from FFU except doing Baltimore every day? Yeah, that's the only source you have, right? There are no other places. Maybe you can salvage some of the stuff, but yeah, I don't think it's really that important. You just have to keep doing it diligently over time. It's a long-term investment thing. Purple Lance, I think farming it takes ages. I don't think it's a very good idea to use up the open world slots for that. The Purple Lance takes too long to farm from open world. And they give too little, like 2 each time, 3, 4 at most. Is Elysium gear dependable? To a certain degree, yes. But I think if you have S0 full gear, doing 130, which is the max reward, rolling the buffs would have a more impact than anything else. I don't really understand why people expect them to give like a vault that has no gear the full reward. Like you can do maybe 100 or maybe difficulty 80 and get like 60% of the rewards, but you don't have the gear in the first place, right? So why are you expecting to be able to clear every single thing in the difficulty? Doesn't that make people with gear kind of pointless? There always needs to be some distinction, right? People spend money because they want better gear so they can push for higher scores or have an easier time. If everything can be done with no gear, then what exactly is the point of having tier rewards at all? Just make it like an event that gives you full reward every single time, right? So that mode in Elysium Realm, the buffs are way more important than anything else. Getting the right buffs, understand how to utilize the right buffs, gives you more impact than your gear, what your gear can do and what the vault ranks can do. So read, understand, and reroll the buffs. At least for the time being, this version is a bit hard to reroll, but yeah. Buffs are more important. Raise your vaults to level 15, get the full upgrades, and this will help you a lot. For Starlight Astrologos, there are no substitutes for her weapon. Sorry, that's just fact. Nothing really works. I mean, you can make do with anything for the time being, but nothing really does anything remotely same as Zither. So, yeah, sorry, you don't really have a choice. You really want that weapon. Because that Vault has a unique mechanic, right? And that weapon makes up part of the unique mechanic. So not having the weapon makes it really crippled. Would you buy them in restaurant? Yes, I would, for the purple lens, yeah. Putting for the equipment took 90 pulls for me. I think if you think about it from a macro scale, right? Equipment. Let's talk about focus supply. Let's not talk about expansion gear supply. Focus supply. So focus supply, statistically, the full set average is about 100 to 105. So that is the average where you get every single piece. So you see all these people getting good rolls and stuff like that. Somewhere out there, people are dying for 150 rolls and not finishing the full set. But because of Wishing Well, right, that average is also a bit off. It's a bit higher because if you get dupes, a lot of dupes early on, you can just wish out the last piece, everything is good. But that 105 average assumes that you will pull until you get every single piece at least once. So yeah, just that's the disclaimer. I have Monet, Burdenaris, MB right now. Yes, please complete it. You can make do in certain scenarios with Jenny TP, I guess, but yeah, you really want to complete the Burdenaris T. For the time being, HOT is still very strong. What exactly does Homes do? Right. Homes is practically literally only useful when you have, most useful when you have the Tesla Elf, because Tesla Elf bleeds, right? And then that gives you the Homes buff when you attack a bleeding target. So any Vault that can support can use it. It's mainly used on DK because DK can continue attacking when she's casting the Brea's Preview. So that's usually where she would be used. You can also use it on like there was some stress they put it on LE because you can delay the sword animation by time fracture or anything like that. So by the time it hits, you would have the bleed up already. So yeah. Switching plays an important role as well. Yeah. Switching is something that is very fundamental. I think I mentioned this earlier, that switching is something that opens up DPS options, opens up support options, forms the core of SA support. Switching is really good. It is literally the most versatile physical set of only seconded. No, hang on. Yeah, I still think it is the most versatile physical set followed by Columbus set at this point. These two physical sets are really good. Who is my favorite Valk to play? Simple question. It has to be HOS. I think even until today, right? Nothing gives you the satisfaction of playing HOS as DPS. You know, that kind of oomph, that kind of like the vigor you get out of her, the pure brute force that you get from her. Nothing else can match up to it. I think it is still one of the best feeling Valk to play of all time. Not to mention she's so bloody strong and so bloody sick to play. It's 10-10 Valk all across the board. Any SP better to triple S first? Can I sort by SP? Is that possible? I can't remember all the SP Valks. Alright, I can look at Estera shop, right? Because it should have it. That should be here. No, hang on. SP. Okay, yeah. Do we even have that many? So it's just DJ, SA, HB. Sure. I think SA has a bit more impact at SSS over HB, so she would come first. The rest is up to you. I think DJ is rarely used anymore these days. Where are we at now? Are you also famous on Bilibili? I don't upload to Bilibili. The only time I uploaded to Bilibili was my world record video for the first 102k memorial video in the world. So that was the only video I uploaded to Bilibili. Other than that, I don't bother with it. How do you think of new Nick's outfit? Not even a question, man. 11 out of 10. Not even every single seal outfit is 11 out of 10. No questions asked. I can count on Mihail to never disappoint when it comes to Seal's outfits. On SS boss can use other Valks. No, I think if I remember right, SSS Valks also keeps the Valk that was locked to it. So yeah, I think it's kept. I can't remember already. I need to log into beta tomorrow and finalize things. No, that's bullshit. Whoever tells you that you need SS rank anything to get full rewards on Elysium Realm is bullshit. Okay, we have S0 doing 140, 150 already. We only 130 to do it. Right now it's a bit painful to get the buffs to do it, but the quality of life stuff is coming next version onwards. So yeah, just look around. Okay, people can do it with S0. Then people just like to look. It's easier to give excuses that whales have an easier time than to look at their own problems and try to solve it, right? It's just easier, just blame something else. But it's not easy for people to admit their incompetence. So, yeah, this is where you hear this from. So you think it's better to roll an expansion? Focus! Focus supply tends to give you better rates. You only roll on expansion if you're prepared to go the whole way by whaling. The only thing you get from the expansion gear supply is the assurance, which I think is pointless anyway. Because over a large sample size, right? Just put on focused. Uh, 14 clear crystals when Nyx radar. Should I pull Nyx in gear? That is a very difficult question to answer. Whether you should go for Nyx or HOF with Broken Blade set. Depends though. If you're in Nirvana, right? Mainly only in Nirvana you will find a broken sword set really shine. Everywhere else is kind of like a step up, but not exactly like something you must have to do well. But in Nirvana, the difference comes through quite a bit. In MA, no, not that important. Nyx, I think, has a bit more content for her right now, so you might want to consider it. It's very hard to decide between both. Depends on where you're competing. So yeah. For general HOT or HOF, honestly, just get the latest, man. It's hard to decide between the two of them, but just get the latest. Good on you, man. Full rewards with IRR. Yeah, it's pretty difficult, but it's completely possible. The pain part is just the buffs. A lot of people refuse to read the buffs, don't understand the buffs, don't know what they're doing, and just point finger that somehow someone with SSS can score. You know, I mean, if you go on CN, right? It's not like CN like everyone is expert at the game, right? Some of the complaints I see on CN is somebody with S0 full gear and can't even clear difficulty 50, right? So it doesn't really matter. What matters is if you know what to do, what you're looking for, then you can do it. I mean, at the very least, I think personally, difficulty about 100-ish. 100 is usually where it gets a bit tough. 100 point. So that's when you need to be able to balance between not dying as well. So there's a buff from Fu Hua that helps you prevent that. But about 100 is where you need to really 100 and above you need to take care of not dying, since you will have to pick the buffs that give the enemies more attack speed and more damage. Yeah, I think I'm considering doing this like this kind of gacha and then chat stream every version. I think it should be good. Gives people more things they want to discuss about without, you know, having to join any Discord or anything like that. So yeah. Jake, the amount of bullshit you've been giving in this chat today is over 9,000, man. Always read the buff at this point, yeah. So yeah. I think for the most part, her ult is just so strong, especially when you have the the Elysium buff for her ults. Yeah, her ult is really strong, especially for S2. You get even stronger because of the bar reduction upgrade. Usually can cook could be better, dude. This is not Raiden, man. H1, I think H1 already has Abyss Huodo. H1 has already achieved 0 seconds on Huodo in MA. I think you need SS, or was it S3? Can't remember. SS? Yeah, somewhere around that. Don't need SSS for it. It's been a while. Do a stream about Rita being best every patch? No. So only for yeah. Honestly, yeah. Let me just be very clear. When you go to higher difficulty, you cannot afford to take damage. So only HOF will be using Kappa's buff. If you take damage anywhere else, like in 130, 140, yeah, you're practically guaranteed to die very soon. Don't take damage. Yeah, currently Elysium Realm, the biggest, I think, the drawback is the RNG with the buffs. But if you think if you think about it this way, right? If they give you perfect buffs every single time, would it not be kind of boring? But I also think current RNG is a bit too much, so they're kind of bringing the balance a bit better. So there are certain quality of life stuff that comes into the next version of Elysium Realm. For instance, when you do the reroll on the next buff you can pick, it will always be unique from what was there before. So right now you can still have overlap, which is entirely bullshit. But yeah, some small things like that are being implemented next version. Are you going to be pulling for Raiden on Genshin? Simple question, man. I've been waiting for her for so damn long. It's gonna pull for sure. Oh yeah, good. Yeah, it is quite a permanent threshold breach, and yeah, I think it's kind of fun. in a certain way. If they remove a certain degree of the RNG or the buffs, I think it's something that, I mean, it only resets once a week, right? And it gives you like 500 crystals. It's excellent. At first, it always costs some time, right? I mean, you need to get the buffs of everything. I mean, these buffs are meant to bridge the gap between the lower geared players and the higher geared ones, so yeah. Well, once you get over the initial grind, I think yeah, it wouldn't take much time anymore. For most players, I would say just get your best geared Valk up to level 15 and get as much buff as possible. Get a steady rate of 130 clears, or at least 100 difficulty 100 clears every single week. You can slowly branch out from there. Don't try to raise too many; it just gets you burned out very soon. So yeah, just my 2 cents. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream soon. Yeah, just give it more time. Genshin story. Oh yeah, Genshin story. Yeah. Rebellion arc, right? Who doesn't love a good Rebellion arc? It's cool shit, man. Gacha stream for Raiden? Probably not. I wouldn't even be bothered to do it because I'm not really pulling much. Just getting her and her weapon. So yeah, probably not. Not much to talk about Genshin anyway, since I'm also playing it quite casually, I guess. But yeah. Good for you, man. Good to see you're enjoying the game. Let's give it a few more questions and then I'll end the stream. Am I competitive in Genshin? No. For most players in 2021, 4 stars in Abyss is no longer a whale thing. I think most people with 4 stars characters can do it. It's not exactly competitive anymore. So there's actually no competitive content in Genshin at all. People just create the content themselves. No, it's not a voice review. I've done these voiced streams for quite a long time already. I just don't stream that much. How was SNS for me? I am a foreigner. I am not Singaporean, so I don't have to do national service. Can I send clear Elysium Realm with full gear but not max speed? Honestly, no idea. I think people just tend to avoid physical Vox in general. Yeah, elemental Vox. It's just better because it's a very long fight. It's consistent with elemental Vox, so yeah. Physical Vox are less preferred, and SN isn't even, you know. But yeah, I don't think it's a big problem. Every Vox should be able to clear 130 with good enough buffs. Should you get HOS skin just for AK? Do you really need AK at this point? Whew, man, this stream went on for so long. It's almost 3 hours since I started. But yeah, I think it's getting kind of late. I just need to clean up some dailies here and there and shit. So see you guys in 6 weeks, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, this is the longest really. Usually I just drop it after I finish pulling. Yeah, no worries, guys. Yeah, I think I don't see any problems in doing this more often. Yeah. No, series number 1, not Rita. Alright, thanks everyone for tuning in, guys. I'm gonna end the stream now, so take care. If you haven't pulled yet, good luck. Take care and stay safe. Bye.